This is the best mama noodle out of all the mama noodles, and possibly the best green curry flavored noodle there is out there. Not that I've had too many of them, but this one like really nails the flavor of green curry. So this is the mama green curry flavor, obviously, and compared to their other flavors that they have, some of the really popular ones are shrimp tom yum, creamy shrimp tom yum, and that's pretty much it. But they also have other flavors like yellow curry and pork, but those ones really aren't as good as this one. And I'll show you why. So let me get this cooked up. I'll probably show a little bit of like the seasonings and stuff on the inside, and then we'll just talk about it for a little bit. Once we get our water boiling, of course we're going to put our noodles in, but take a look at those noodles themselves. They have like a brown tint to them, and that's actually seasoning, and I'll touch on that a little later. And you get 2 flavor packets, and don't forget the crispies that fall at the bottom. Now I'm showing you here that they cook really fast, but also look at how much water there is. That's way too much water. So you want to dump it out until it looks something more like this, where the water is barely covering the noodles. And then you just put in your curry paste and the powder, and you mix it up. This is what it should look like when it's done. Basically, you don't want a lot of soup because you want like a good concentrated curry sauce noodle. All right, so noodles are done. Let me take a quick bite and then I'll see what is the first thing I want to talk about. So the first thing that I love about mama noodles is that the noodles themselves have seasoning on them. I don't know if you're anything like me, but when I was younger, sometimes, I don't know why I did it, but I would eat the raw noodles. Well, these mama noodles in general, they have the most flavorful raw noodle of all of them. And then also that little like green curry packet that you saw me put in first, that is really like the essence of green curry flavor. And if you've ever made green curry without like having to do it fresh from like all the ingredients, you'll probably use a green curry paste, and that tastes exactly like what you would find at like any Asian grocery store. So yeah, it's like concentrated green curry flavor, and it's actually pretty decently spicy, especially if you take my advice and use less water than you think. So these noodles have been sitting just like a couple minutes because I took it up to my studio space pretty much straight from the stove, and a lot of the soup is already gone, and from what is in here, it's very thick because these green curry noodles in particular, if you put too much water, you lose all of the flavor. But when you get it just right, or even use less water than this, it really straight up tastes like green curry. And for those of you who haven't had Thai green curry yet, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Because I think if you go to any Thai restaurant, it's probably going to be one of the best things on their menu. And you can get it, you know, like chicken green curry, vegetable green curry, seafood, whatever type of protein that you want. Because it's spicy, but it's in like a really delicious, tangy, savory way. And it's not savory where it's just garlic, but Thai curries are so unique in that they have flavors of vegetables that you wouldn't normally have, I guess, if you're not from that culture. Because it's made from stuff like lemongrass, I think galangal, whatever that is. But yeah, lots of different flavors in here that you don't normally get to taste. At least not me, as like having a Chinese background. I don't eat lemongrass normally. So basically, if I want green curry flavor, it's gonna either be from a Thai restaurant or this. And like this is a very, very close second to like your local Thai restaurant. I guess the con about mama noodles though is that their noodle texture isn't as good as other like Korean noodles. The noodle texture on these always just get really soggy and soft really quickly. So if there's any knock that I can give to Mama Noodles in general, is that their noodle texture on their own isn't as good as a lot of others, but it works for their own thing that they got going on. At this point, I've been eating Mama Noodles for so long, I just know what to expect. So that's just what they're like, but the flavor of the green curry noodle is amazing. Without getting too deep into it, this is my number one most favorite green curry noodle and the only one I've ever had. But it's definitely my favorite Mama noodle. So if you have a chance to check it out, I highly recommend it. It is probably like one of my top 5 instant noodles of all time, just because there's nothing else really like it that I found. So that's it. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.